All right, so today, doing a little day trip for some photography stuff. So heading to my happy place on Earth, so Mount Baker ski area. It's August, so obviously not going for snowboarding, although that's primarily the reason I like to go there. But there's a couple of areas around the mountain there that aren't open, or I should say are only open during the summer, and you can actually kind of drive up to an area called Artist Point, which has really kind of very nice vistas of Mount Baker. And then from Artist Point and just kind of in the area in general, there are a number of different hiking trails that you can kind of choose. So there's a lot of options of sort of different objectives to hike to. So I haven't actually decided 100% yet what I want to do, but I did map out a few options for the day. So what I really want to do is just get up there. First of all, see if I can get a parking spot up at Artist Point. And then if not, maybe I'd end up parking down at Heather Meadows and then have to kind of change sort of what my plan is. But there's a few different options for hiking, both short as well as kind of a longer, not super long, but like a 6-mile loop or so. That could be kind of interesting, but really just looking forward to getting out there, getting some really good kind of up close shots of Mount Baker, since I haven't had a chance to do that yet. And also a lot of the area around Artist Point, including Artist Point itself, is actually just outside the boundary of the Mount Baker Wilderness. And so given that it's just a Mount Baker National Forest, it's actually should be perfectly fine to fly the drone. So I'm looking forward to being able to kind of take some drone clips while I'm out there as well, in addition to kind of doing a little bit of vlogging, and hopefully getting some really nice photos. So I haven't decided yet how long I'm gonna stay up at Mount Baker. I mean, I'm coming back today for sure, but sort of depending on the conditions, it might be worth hanging around for sunset. And so if it looks like we might get a really nice sunset up there, I most likely will stay and then kind of face driving back, the couple hours to home in the dark, which isn't my favorite thing to do, but if the weather looks like it's going to cooperate and it'll be worth it, then I'll make it happen. Otherwise, I'll just kind of get a nice hike in. We're going to have kind of flat light midday conditions, so I don't have really high hopes for really dramatic kind of landscape photography opportunities, but just really want to get out and enjoy the summer weather, enjoy one of my favorite areas in the state, and play around with the new telephoto lens that I got. So we'll see how it goes, but for now I've got about a 2-hour drive ahead of me, so I'm going to kind of focus on that and get to it.
Okay, well, I've made a decision. I'm gonna head up Table Mountain. So there's some switchbacky section of this which will be a little more strenuous, but overall length, just over a mile, not too bad. Only climbs 200 meters. So yeah, also, you know, get a load of this terrain. Just epic. Okay, well, I made it up to the top, and fortunately there's no one around, which is nice. I think there'll probably be some hikers coming through. I know there was another group that kind of headed out that direction a little bit, but I have a nice composition of Mount Baker that I really like right now, and I got the camera set up shooting a time lapse because there's still some clouds kind of hanging around on top of the mountain, and I kind of am hoping to catch those clouds as they kind of move off, and ultimately hope that the mountain kind of gets revealed as well. And there's kind of a similar situation going on with Shuksan, which might be a little too small for the GoPro to pick up in the background, but it's just got a little bit of cloud on top. So looking back this way, I think I can just get Baker in frame here. So yeah, we'll run the time lapse for a little while, maybe shoot 500-600 images, so I have a nice kind of 15-20 second time lapse to run, and then just got some time to kill basically while I'm waiting for the sun to get a little lower and the light to get a little more dramatic. So yeah, awesome. Well, I'm gonna settle in. Okay, I am starting my hike back. You can see that we still probably got about a little over an hour till true sunset. And the colors are gonna continue to start getting better. So like I said, I've got a spot, I've got a vantage point down below that I saw coming up. That's only about 15 minutes from the parking lot. And so I'm gonna post up there, try to get a little bit more sunset photos, maybe a nice panorama with Shuksan in it, and yeah, and then go get a beer and call it a wrap. Okay, so I did it. I think actually the spot I originally thought of was on the next switchback down here. But I think being one switchback higher up is going to be nicer up here as I'm looking around. So we got a panoramic view. Let's see if I can get Shuksan in the frame there. There we go. So we got a panoramic view from here. So I'm going to set up my camera and start taking some photos, I think. Get things dialed in. Get ready for that sun to get a little bit lower. Hopefully get some color in the sky. Yeah.